Hi everyone, it is the first Saturday in May and it is 3 days after my vaccination. So I'm really dating this because it is 2021 when everybody's getting vaccinated. So this is the last time I'm going to wear a mask hiking outside, and so I'm super excited about it. But we are at Victory Park in Albion. I just got here past my Albion College. This is where we are staging our cars, and then we're going to drive down to Homer and hike back up to Albion, and I'm going to be finding a couple of cool places that I've already scoped out online that I'm excited to check out once we get to Albion.
This hike started on the south end of Homer, taking you right through the center of town. Established in 1832, it's a small village of only about 1,600 people, but has a super cute downtown.
So we go from this spot up here down this trail underneath this roadway. It's basically the route. This is pretty beautiful.
The NCT then crosses underneath State Highway M60.
I love the sound of water.
We then turn towards Roadside Park from Webster Street. This pathway began at Grist Mill Park and has a really nice kiosk with historical information on it. We spent some time here reading about the history of Homer.
This could be the only trail that we actually walk today. The rest of it could be roadway. So we're kind of looking forward to walking along this trail. You can see my hiker friends back there. We're kind of looking forward to walking along this trail, which goes along a river over here. And so we're a little excited to be entering scenery. We just walked through the town of Homer, and now we are going on this trail on the rest of our way to Albion.
This bicycle pathway is part of the Calhoun County Trailway System and is used by NCTers and Iron Bell users. We did take the opportunity to use the overlook platform to look at the Kalamazoo South Branch River that runs through here. Now the pathway ends at Hillsdale Street, where we came upon a cemetery.
Okay, if you don't know, I absolutely love cemeteries. I kind of wish we were walking in the cemetery, but I feel like you shouldn't go to a cemetery unless you are paying respect to someone that you know. But there's something about cemeteries that I love. So this is the first one. I've driven by a ton of them on the way on these North Country trail hikes. This is the first one that we're actually walking by. May everyone rest in peace.
We then passed a research land lab, which I had never seen before. Then we walked by a wildlife sanctuary, which was pretty cool, before we came up to the halfway point of our hike, crossing the Kalamazoo River.
All right, we are turning the corner from this beautiful section along this roadway to 26 Mile Road, going off of L Drive to 26 Mile Road onto our first dirt road of the trail from this section from Homer to Albion. I don't know what is up with these last two sections that I've hiked, but they are windy. I mean, I'm not cold this time, but the wind, look at my hat. The wind is just, I don't know, a little crazy. So we're on this little section. We're going to be hiking up onto this dirt road for quite a while. You can see my friends up there. They're way ahead of me. And you can see on that tree, there's a little blue marker for the North Country Trail. All right, we're halfway through. We got another 6 miles to go. Hello, farm country. Thank you for everything you produce. We are very grateful. Thank you, farm country.
This is one of many Centennial farms that I have hiked across through southern Michigan. I always find these fascinating. A Centennial farm is a farm that is over 100 years old, owned by one family, the same family.
Going from the strange railroad graveyard or something like that, which was along this river over here, which we think belongs to a super sweet house that we saw. Here comes the car about ready to barrel me over. This awesome river. Look at that farmland up there. It's just gorgeous.
Before we turned the corner and crossed the Kalamazoo River right here, we walked past several farms, and we also walked past some pretty cool rail cars. Now, this area used to have some railroads that went through here until they went defunct, and that was right after the grist mill was built. Some railroads went through here, but then those no longer exist through Homer, but there are several rail cars dotted throughout the area, as we saw when we were walking along the NCT.
Hello. I see you peeking behind the corner. Hello. Hi.
That really the most exciting thing to happen to them all day.
Hi. Hello. My granddaughter's gonna be so jealous I saw you. Hello. Hello. Hi.
We hiked about 6 miles along this road. This is Condent Road that the North Country Trail goes along.
Everyone, we have 2 miles left to go on the North Country Trail. It's basically been the North Country Trail roadway and one road that was a dirt road. Otherwise, it's mostly been roads. And like I said earlier, I'm so excited because this mask, since I've had the vaccine shot, both of them, I won't be wearing this anymore, although it's been super windy. And so I've been glad to actually wear this mask to hide my face from the sun, which I shouldn't have on my face, and to hide it from the wind. But we have 2 miles left to go from Homer to Albion, and it's just been, once again, southern Michigan, tons of farms everywhere. I mean, it's pretty incredible how many farms there are. If you don't go out into the country, if you're basically in the city all the time, or if you're in neighborhoods all the time, you really don't see how many farms are around here. And there are just tons of farms. I see it from airplane when I fly around, but I don't always see the farms on foot because I'm just not out walking. So I'm so glad to be doing this North Country Trail and to be seeing all of these farms. Not as exciting as going through Manistee National Forest or something like that, but it is something that you should definitely see.
Since this hike in 2021, this section right here that takes you along the cemetery has been rerouted, and I am glad to see that. So it actually goes straight across M99 and into Menwabic, if I'm saying that correctly, Meadow Park, which the trail that we were on in 2021 is along this route, where this route goes right through the meadow. So we were able to go through some of that meadow in 2021. So I'm glad to see that it was extended all the way to M99 for NCTers to hike. We then arrived back at Albion Victoria Park, where my car was parked, and I made my way into downtown Albion, where I went to a little bookstore. It was a bookstore and a coffee shop combined into one. I absolutely loved it. And then I did a little shopping before I headed my way down to the river along the Kalamazoo River, where I sipped my coffee and before heading home. If you love small towns in Michigan, give this video a thumbs up. If you love hiking, give this video a thumbs up. So I went on AllTrails and created this preview of the route that we did from Homer to Albion. Again, it was about 11 and a half miles, mostly road walk. If you love hiking the North Country Trail and love hikes in Michigan, please subscribe to the channel as more hikes are coming your way, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.